And why is he standing there watching me burn? And it just made me wonder what it is that I liked about these songs.
Car on était les enfants de l'autodestruction.
Let's get started.
Just gonna stand there, watch me burn.
That's alright because I like the way. You're just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like or I love the way it hurts. So, what is this really telling us? Why is she loving the way it hurts? And why is he standing there watching me burn? What has he done to make me burn? Or what have I done to make myself burn? You could be in a dynamic where somebody is emotionally immature, emotionally unavailable, and they just stand there and watch you burn. Why do I love the way it hurts? Why is she loving the way it hurts? Or why are you loving the way it hurts? And that could be because you want to save that person. Maybe there's that dynamic where there's a codependency of him watching me or her watching me burn basically symbolizes to you some sort of need for love. And your way of getting love is by being neglected by someone, or this could be, the messages that you received as a child, or there might be some trauma there that you haven't really worked through, that sort of needing someone to leave you for you to sort of cling on to them, if that makes sense. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's all right because I love the way it hurts. So you're clearly hurting. This person is clearly hurting, but they like it. Do they really like it? They probably don't like it, but they're used to it. They're accommodating it. They're allowing it to happen. And it also sounds like this is something that happens all the time. Anyway, let's keep listening. So just gonna stand there and hear me cry. That's all right because I love the way you lie. She's clearly crying, or he's crying, or whoever you are, and this person is saying things to you that somehow they're not truthful, but you still stay, and the cycle continues. All right, let's keep going. So Eminem says, I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And right now, it's a steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe, but I can still fight while I can fight. As long as the wrong feels right, it's like I'm in flight, high off love, drunk of hate. This tells a lot. He doesn't really know what it feels like. He's not in tune and in touch with his feelings. And it feels like a knife, like he can't really express the truth. So he says the lies. As long as the wrong feels right, it's like in flight. So I'm wondering as long as the wrong feels right. And I wonder if that's about the codependent person on the other end listening to the lies because he can't express himself, congruently and honestly. And so it feels right because he's probably being received for saying whatever he's saying, even though he knows it's not true. It doesn't feel right. He might not know what he feels, but he knows it's not right, right? And I'm just wondering if you can recognize this as I'm unpacking this for you. And, again, I'm going off of my own opinion. This is not like fact. It's just what I believe, what I think what's going on. I suffocate, and right before I'm about to drown, she resuscitates me. She hates me, and I love it. Wait, where are you going? I'm leaving you. No, you ain't. Come back. So this again, I see a dynamic where there is going around and around and around and never actually making a decision to leave the relationship. Both of them are codependent. But the one that is allowing all this to happen, both of them are actually. So how do I put this? The one that is being neglected ends up giving in to this emotionally unavailable partner because they don't want to hurt anymore. It hurts way too much to do the work of like, hang on, I think I am being codependent here. I think I am, reaching for things that I know I cannot get from this person. So rather, I then, in a way, manipulate without even knowing. Manipulate myself. My camera went off. So I think I was talking about, the cycle of resuscitating each other. And resuscitation here, I think Eminem is talking about how he can't feel himself. So the empath, the other person that is needing love and always pouring themselves into that relationship, gives them life, right? They pulled off because they knew something was not right there. But as soon as the other partner, or him, Eminem, is down, then this person feels it's up to them to take that responsibility and bring that partner up. And what happens there is that this person is neglecting their own needs, right? It's easier to give life to the partner than deal with the feelings they themselves are feeling of neglect and working through what that's about, that trauma, if it is trauma. And when she wants to leave, he says she hates me, right? But she's here resuscitating. He knows that he's not doing what he needs to do for this relationship to function in a healthy way. And she's probably has mentioned that in the past, has shown that, has expressed this. So why? He's confused as well. Like, why you resuscitate me? But he loves it because he doesn't have to do any work. He doesn't have to work for it because she's always going to come, or he's always going to come and fill him with all the love that he can't give himself. You see, that's his trauma. That's his trauma from his childhood. He doesn't know how to express that. He doesn't know how to show love and be loved. He thinks the best thing to do is to run away and be cold because maybe that's what he was taught, or she was taught, or you were taught to do when you were a child. And that looks like, your parents maybe not validating your feelings. And they might say, you're misbehaving now, go up to your room and chill and then cool and calm down, and not really validating the feelings that you're feeling. So you don't really know how to be validated, and you don't know how to validate your partner's feelings that has been saying to you, these are my needs. Or maybe your partner hasn't been able to do that, because what tends to happen is we attract people that are going to give us replay our childhood. So somebody who gives love and has to be extra to receive love, to receive acceptance and love, is going to attract somebody who's really cold, and you're going to have to do all these extra things, to show this love to somebody, and yet you don't get it. And when you don't get it, what do? You pour even more of yourself, and there isn't, until you get to a point where there isn't any more to give. Anyway, let's just look for another little bit. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane because when it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind in my bag. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. I snap. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. I laid my hands on her. I never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength. It sounds like, there was abuse here physically. But what stood out for me as well is the fact that he says, I don't know my own strength. He doesn't know. He's never been validated enough to say by his parents or the people around his life or her life to say this is right or this is not right, So he doesn't know how far he can go, how much he can do. There's no moral compass for him to manage his emotions. yeah, so that's interesting. Let's look for another part. So you ever love somebody so much you can barely breathe? When you're with them, you meet, neither one of you even know what hit him. I guess they're trying to sort of express what first love at first sight, or this intense love. Got that warm fuzzy feeling, yeah. Then chills used to get, I'm trying to rap and I should probably just read. Yeah, then chills used to get them. Now you're getting effing sick of looking at them. You saw you'd never hit them. So this person, it sounds like, you know, again, they don't know their own strength. They don't know how to love because they've never been modeled, you know, a healthy version or a healthy model of what love looks like. So if that person refuses, they might hit. And they might hit this person because maybe they've seen their parents hitting the other parent, or they have never been validated so much that they think that this is the only way to get what I want, because now they're adults, they can actually raise their hand at somebody. So who knows? I don't know if you can recognize that. Let's see if there's any other part. So they say it's best to go your separate ways. Guess that they don't know, yeah, because today, that was yesterday. Yesterday is over. It is different today. Sound like broken record playing over, but you promised. Oh my god, I don't even know where I stopped. My camera keeps stopping. So I guess that's why they call it window pane. So here I feel like, you know, again, it talks about this guy who doesn't really know, this person that doesn't really know their own strength, doesn't know how to love, doesn't know how to be in a healthy relationship, doesn't know how to manage and be in a healthy relationship because they were never modeled that. And that's what this song is about ultimately. That's all I see here. And I see that both people need to really think about, you know, what a healthy relationship looks like for them, and really tap into those things or those parts of themselves that make them stick around in healthy relationships. Sometimes it's really hard to see that, but just ask yourself, you know that this doesn't feel right to me. I'm up there crying and he's standing there, he's downstairs, you know, just doing his own thing, playing his video game, you know, and toying with my life. And you the same, the person that's down there thinking that this woman or this guy upstairs is just crying and being a baby. This is probably how you were told when you were a child. You go upstairs and you watch yourself and you go fix your face and come downstairs. So I would say that these two people should not be together. But you know, if you are struggling in a relationship that's long term and these things are starting to come up and they have been coming up for years, you know, one thing you could do is just be honest about, you know, what's going on for both of you. And really what you're going to need is honesty. You're going to need to be honest with yourselves. You're going to need to be really honest with how you are and what you're feeling and what's going on for you. And it's not even about the other person, that the guilt of making the other person cry, or the guilt of allowing yourself to be weak or to need somebody. None of that. It's more about, why am I allowing myself to need this person? I know I'm great on my own, but why do I feel the need to stay in this? You know, yes, of course, there's other things in life. You know, there's your structure around all of those emotions, your life together if you're married and you've been together for so long. And that can be very difficult to separate from your emotions. Sometimes you put your emotions on the side burner because you feel, you know, life and the structure that you're in is more important than your feelings. And sadly, that's just how it is sometimes for most people. But you know, if you've got somebody that's willing, I think that's the best place to start. Always start with willingness, you know, having that healthy, you know, that honest conversation with your partner and saying, look, I'm going through this. But it's going to take work. It's going to take a lot of patience if you're going to go that route. If you're not going to go that route, then, you know, it's about taking a route on your own and dealing with the effects and the aftermath of that toxicity of that relationship. So either way, you're going to need to take a lot of work. I think I'm going to stop here. This is my first video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that it's somehow, you know, got you thinking about these songs. Again, I do not hate these songs. I do not hate the people that made these songs. I love the music. I still dance to the song, you know, just dance, watch me run. I love it. But, you know, I do recognize what, I don't know, maybe it's the empathy in me that really feels both of these people talking about what's going on in their relationship, and it made me reflect on, you know, why was I liking this at that time, you know, and I see the correlation there, and I'm just wondering if you're able to see that, and you know, if you feel that you're there is support out there for you. You know, go on the internet, have a look, or message me here if you're in the UK. I can signpost you to resources that you need to get yourself sorted in this situation. But yeah, and hit the like button and share the video if you think that is useful for other people, and also look forward to other song reviews that I'm going to be making here. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Car on était les